Hey Gamological readers, this is John Tatey, editor of the Gamological Society, here with another review check-in. This time it's Anthony John Agnello, and he's talking to us about Lego City Undercover, and the review is forthcoming.
What's up, Gamological? How you doing?
Anthony,
good to see you.
Well, let's get right into it. Beema, one of our prolific commenters, asks, is it like Grand Theft Auto if Grand Theft Auto were rated PG? Because it looks kind of Grand Theft Auto-y.
The Grand Theft Auto-iness of Lego City Undercover is completely superficial. As soon as you start the game, it's far more compact. You know, you can sort of wander freely between all of these different areas, and the game starts you out in what's actually like a really, really great Lego version of San Francisco. It's just explicitly San Francisco, but it's also very, very contained. As soon as you hop into a car, you realize that, you know, this one city neighborhood is no more than about 5 or 6 blocks wide. And there's just not that much stuff to do in the world that's Grand Theft Auto-ish. In fact, it's far more Lego-ish. You know, the Traveler's Tales. I almost said Telltale. I mix those two up.
I mix them up all the time, too. Yeah.
Constantly. The Traveler's Tales guys, you know, they've been slowly but surely working their way up to trying to do an open world. And a lot of these Lego games over the past 3 years, they sort of dicked around with it on Harry Potter, and then they did it with Lego Batman, and they came closest with last year's Lego Lord of the Rings, which was like this close to being a great game. But this one is far more seamless, but at the same time, when you wander around, it's, you know, here's this little thing to investigate on the ground, and if you follow this little trail for a while, you'll get a gold brick.
Or tiny things.
Tiny things. A lot of little tiny things.
Okay.
And I actually like that more. That's something I like a lot about the game, because the environments never feel overwhelming like Rockstar's do a lot of the time. You know, where you get the feeling like, I'm not going to look in every little corner because I'll never be able to. This one you can.
So like, it's digestible.
It's very digestible, and it's really super pretty. It's really pretty. But at the same time, they're super janky technologically. You know, stuff is always clipping in and out of each other, and you know, they break a lot.
Okay.
But this one, since, you know, it was clearly made for just one machine, it works really smooth, and it's really good looking.
Okay. Ice Potato asks on Tumblr, is there same couch co-op like other Lego titles?
There is no co-op to be had.
Oh, really?
Lego City Undercover is not a multiplayer game. There is no online multiplayer. There might be some truncated version of like couch multiplayer, but I haven't gotten to try it out yet. So I need to look deeper in there to see if, you know, in free play, you can hop in. But in the story mode especially, like, so far all I've played is the story mode. And there's no opportunity at all to, you know, for somebody to pick up a Wii remote and press start and suddenly be bashing stuff around.
Is it the type of thing where you could do old-fashioned couch co-op and you could swap off the controllers? Would it be any fun like that?
It would be a ton of fun like that, especially, like, you know, for all of the many faults of the Wii U, the controller is actually a hell of a lot of fun for that. Yeah. And it's used in... There's nothing in Lego City Undercover that couldn't be done on another machine. But the things that you do end up doing with, like, the little tablet controller are actually a lot of fun. You know, people, like, you play a cop, obviously, and, you know, every now and again, people from the police station will call you up on the phone, and there'll be, like, a little window on your tablet, and there's, like, a little guy talking to you the entire time. And it's fun to sit there and, like, hold it up and be like, oh, there's a Lego lady swearing at me to get on with the story mission that I'm supposed to be doing.
Oh, that's cute. I like that.
Yeah, and so, you know, handing that off to somebody is fun. Like, that's cool. But, you know, as far as somebody hopping in and doing stuff at the same time as you, I honestly think that actually might even be counterproductive to some of the stuff in the game. Okay. It's much more... One of the big problems with the old Lego games is the levels go on forever. They just drag on and on and on.
They can.
And this is like the world, like the open world itself. It's a lot more compact, and you do things a lot more quickly. And you know, unless they changed everything, they would be done in a flash if there were multiple people doing them.
All right. Frank Howley. You ready for Frank Howley's question?
Frank Howley!
Frank Howley asks, does it contain a ridiculous amount of fun stuff to unlock and collect? Because that was the best, most addicting part of the LEGO Star Wars games.
Yeah.
I think we got a fellow stud fiend here.
The best, most addictive part. I can't stand all the unlockable stuff in these LEGO games, man. It's like, here, have a gold brick. You're like, oh, I love gold bricks. I'm so rewarded by the gold bricks. And then it's like, you have 450 more gold bricks.
Yeah, it's always pretty daunting.
And guess what? You're not going to be able to have the special ability to unlock 200 of them for another 90 hours.
So you disagree with Frank Howley, but his question is there a ridiculous amount of stuff to unlock and collect?
Frank Howley will be deeply satisfied with the number of things that you can collect, because there are tons of vehicles. And one thing that's like really nice about this one is, instead of just like the little money bricks that you're constantly collecting through the world, there are also these multicolored bricks that you're collecting all the time as well. And you use those for
multicolored bricks. Wow.
Yeah, we got rainbow colors. And they're actually like, they're almost tie-dye colored bricks. Like, they're constantly glowing all these neon colors, which is appropriate for San Francisco.
Nice.
Yeah,
I'm excited now. I like pretty colors.
And you use those to do super builds. And the super builds are, you'll find like a glowing spot in the environment. And a lot of times you have to build it. So you'll have to go up to it and have a certain number of these bricks, and then you build a train station. Or you build a car depot so that you can get new police cruisers and stuff like that. So there's a ton of stuff to unlock. At the same time, there are a ton of characters to unlock. And while it's, you know, funny to find a character icon that's like, now you can be Lumberjack George, you don't get the same, like, sort of fanboy thrill that you would get in the other games, where you're like, oh, now I can be Professor Snape or Catwoman.
Right, I see.
Yeah. But yeah, tons of stuff.
All right. Well, my question, I'm going to ask my own question, if I may, really quickly, to wrap things up, is how do you feel about the fact that the LEGO characters talk now? Like, in the past year or so, they've introduced these games where the characters actually talk, and they used to just pantomime and grunt and make these little noises. So it's very controversial, what's your take on that?
As I said in my Gameological review of LEGO Batman 2, actually, alright, so the voice work in the games up to this one, like LEGO Batman 2 and the LEGO Lord of the Rings one I played, was just awful. Like, I couldn't stand the shift to these voices. When the grunting and the silence was, like, the pantomime was such a unique thing for the entire LEGO series. It was a trademark. And to take that away seemed counterintuitive. Mm-hmm. And in Batman, it just wasn't to any sort of grand effect. You know, the dialogue was cute sometimes, but it wasn't particularly funny.
Yeah.
And in the Lord of the Rings one, man, that is terrible. They literally just, like, lifted the audio out of the movies and put it into the game. And it's like they, you know, it's like they didn't even get the source material. It's like somebody had a shitty old VHS copy and we're like, all right, hold the mic up. Hold the mic up to your old CRTV. Just do it. And then we'll get all of Gandalf's booming, his dulcet tones. In the new game, in Lego City Undercover, though, they talk a lot. And it
sounds troubling.
It's not always funny. It's not always funny. It's like, it's a lot of dad humor, you know. It's a lot of like,
yeah, okay.
It's a lot of like, hey, you know, you get that reference I'm making, kids, right? With the dubstep and the movies that you like. So it's super cheesy. Occasionally, it can really get you. Occasionally, it can be really, really funny. But at the same time, it feels appropriate for this world. In the past ones, the fact that they were talking just didn't jive with the actual game. Here, it makes sense. It makes perfect sense that everybody's talking, and it's, it works now.
All right.
For better or worse.
Well, I'll let you get back to your review. I'm sure that you are slaving away at it. You're going to go right back to it right now. Anthony Agnello, don't laugh at that.
I'm not.
You have a deadline.
I do, and because I was laughing because every single time I start to go play it, I'm like, more story missions. We're going to push into this game.
And then just end up wandering around looking for stuff?
And then I'm like, oh, there's so many shiny blocks. I'm going to figure out how to get them.
All right. Go collect shiny blocks. Thanks for your time. So long.
Bye, John. Bye, Game
Bye, Gamological.
Bye.